I'm saying? Like, majority of the time, CJ, when I see you, you be funny. You be having something to laugh at. But I just kind of been feeling like the message I've been trying to deliver, it isn't funny. It's not a joke. I can be serious. We can make lighter stuff. We can go back and forth, and we can be funny. We can be comical if we want to. But for what I'm trying to do, it's not meant to be funny. There's a time for that, and we'll have it. But when it's just me up here and I'm just trying to give y'all my knowledge, my game, I don't think it's funny because of the way I learned it. It was not funny. The sharpness that I have now, it was not funny the way that I gained it. So it kind of would help me pick my topic for today, which was there's no point in being so good if you that afraid to show it. A lot of us gonna go through a whole lot of things through life. We always try to hold up, look out for the next person. You know what, I got you. You know it ain't too much. You know I ain't tripping. It's good. Everybody gotta be nice, right? It's easy to be nice. So we think. The ones that wake up and are genuinely nice every day, those the ones we need. Those are the ones that are doing what is doomed to be necessary without presidents. Meaning that there's no reason why they're doing it. There's no higher outlook for it. They're genuinely being this way because that's in their heart. That's a part of their DNA, their schematic, who they are. And so I see a lot of people that tell me, like, man, bro, you too nice. So you think being nice make me soft? That's what if that's what you think being nice makes you soft, you crazy. You nice to your mom, you nice to your kids, nice to everybody in your family, but you gotta be a gangster when you step outside, failing to realize that the same people you might be mean to or definitely someone else's niece, nephew, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin. What's the difference? Same title. Oh, that ain't your bloodline. But I thought we went by the title. There's a lot of authors who write what I call your hood novels. And we don't even know if what they writing about is really a part of their life. But it seemed too real, too good for it not to be, huh? Same thing we deal with. Same thing we deal with every day, each and every moment. That's why we have to be careful not to also live in those things that are our accomplishments, those things that make us, those things that we feel like are most important. Because those accomplishments can too create arrogance, which is so stride for stride with ignorance that it's crazy. But we have to focus and understand that there's always more to be learned, more to be had. Discipline yourself to not much so live in your accomplishments, appreciate them, not glorify them. Be commendable of those things that you were blessed enough to be able to accomplish. But also in that same breath, you don't let those things hold you back when you're in front of people. Those things shouldn't show you a way when you're in a room and you know what you've done and the work you put in. That's where your confidence should shine. But to just be boasted, like boastfully rude, is crazy. That's what we want not to do, because then it becomes arrogant. Then it becomes a fact to where people don't want to accept and appreciate the glory of what you've accomplished. in your life. And nevertheless, you should never wonder or worry about what people say, but as we all say that it always matters. Because the people who we're delivering the message to, and if the message that we're putting out isn't reciprocated well, we feel as if we're not doing enough. What about the fact is, if it's not time for them to hear it yet? Is the message still not important? Should you still not have said it? Should your reaction been different? So many people think that they're smarter than everyone in the room. Well, if you're the smartest one in the room, it's easy for you. It's no challenge. Cowardly ways to not challenge yourself, to not be doing with the peak of greatness, to not want to be mentioned with the classification of those to be the best that ever do it in whatever teaching, following, understanding of life this is you going through. This is the open discussion for that topic. So many people walk in the room and think they're smarter than you. And I pride myself so much on that. It's not saying too much, because they never gonna expect the most from you. Just because sometimes it's the position they in. They feel like if you're where you're at, there's no way you could have been where they are. But they fail to realize that every beginning has a start. Every start has an end. Every ending was a beginning, which is the beginning of the end. Which is why sometimes we have to go back to where we lost it all, to the originational point, to understand where we become, to understand why we shouldn't get mad at God's effort and his confidence in you to achieve. You should be mad at your reluctance to not want to prosper, to not want to push and not want to motivate. I sit back so many times and I see somebody, I see you walk in the store. And this what really kills me. I see somebody walk in the store and most of the time it be a smoker. Like, hey man, hey, you'll see a woman walking in. Damn, she with her kids or anything. Hey, you got some change? She ain't even went in and spent to make sure she got enough to get what she can get yet. That consideration goes a long way. If I was finna give you some, I sure ain't now. I hope you starve. I hope you go hungry, because you were inconsiderate in that moment. But wait, that's selfish, right? Well, selfish is that they had 24 hours just like you, and they bet them wrong. They didn't solidify themselves and do the things that should have been done with those 24 hours. But then want gratitude for me, from the work that you put in. Okay, so why you don't split your 50 with me? Why when you make $1, it ain't split with me? Why is it just today that you're in front of the store and you broke and you need my help? What if I need your help every day and you see me today and feel as if I'm doing good because I'm smiling? That was just to make it to the next moment. We become so null and void, and we start to live in our arrogance of understanding that things are owed to us. We'll walk in the corner store and say, well, no, man, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. But what if you had people in that corner store that didn't serve? Black people. Then what would you do? Tear it down now? Somebody going to jail. I guarantee you they got more sales than we got niggas. Guarantee you. Niggas that's willing to go and willing to stand on how they feel. So that's why you got to be careful and critique. And I would understand it in your moment, in your mind frame, that you should never be unreceptive of the message that you're passing along. You have to be so cognitive minded of understanding, who is this message going to reach? You have to be understanding and knowing that such and such might hear this. Okay, so what? If it didn't matter to you, then what are we arguing about? Or what's the problem?